What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the Turbo LS for the 83 Regal project. We have a lot of stuff in store for this thing, so if you guys are just tuning in, make sure to check out part 1. We have a lot of build sections for this car. It's going to take a little while to complete, but it's going to be ready for springtime and we're going to be out racing this thing. But anyways, let's get into the video. Here we are, guys. We're over here at the motor. You can see I have a turbo on this thing right now. This is my drain line. I have this just set on there. I'll show you guys where this is going to be going when I get to it. I still have to figure out what size tap and hole and where it's going to clear, but we'll leave that for a later time. But you can see we have the turbo mounted on this thing. If you guys are interested in this turbo kit, I literally just bought it off eBay. It was dirt cheap. It was like 800 bucks with the turbo. It just didn't come with the wastegate, but it come with basically everything. If you guys are interested in that, I can leave a link down below, but everything seems to fit really well. Like, it's pretty open for all the spark plug caps, and I tested to see how flat this cast manifold was, and it was dead nuts flat. So I mean, it's pretty good. And I did test with the boost crossover, or the turbo crossover pipe, and it does fit on a 83 Regal. So it probably fits some Monte Carlos and yada, 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 but it does fit. Now, it's very close, but it fits. So that's great. You can see there's an interesting deal here. So I couldn't get the bolt the correct way in here because it was going to hit the housing of the turbo. So I had to cut the bolt off just a little shorter and then feed it up through the bottom. Now, that's the only thing I really had for a problem. I did have to separate the turbo by taking these bolts off here, all of them all the way around, and I pulled the front of the turbo off to get this bolt in here. If I can point to it right there, that one. Other than that, I mean, it went together pretty good. I can see that if you had a larger turbo for this thing, probably be a little harder to do, but this is only a, what is that, an AR-70, so it's not really that big. But we're going to get to cleaning on this gasket surface for now. We got to get this oil pump on this thing, and we got to get that low-profile pan over there on it, and we need to get this motor in the car. We got to get started on some wiring on this thing. One thing to note is the factory windage tray on an LM753 will not work, so you do have to modify it by cutting this section off. You can buy a factory GM windage tray that fits this, but I'm not spending any extra money, so we're going to chop this thing off and get this oil pan tapped. Got the oil pan on there. Got our hole tap. This is where we chose to put it, right here in the side. We'll just run our hose right over here. Plug it right in. Now, I did have to get a longer hose, but, you know, this is the only place we could really put it to clear everything. But I had run into for a problem, as you saw in that shot, was the bolt for this snapped off, and we welded like however many nuts that is. There's a lot of them on there to try and get that out. We couldn't get it to budge. So I just gave it a small little tack weld. It's on there good. And that should be totally fine. Here we go. We got this thing together. We're going to be throwing this motor in a second. We just got to bolt this crossover pipe on there. And this thing will be in this thing for good. It's coming along pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah. Not too bad.
Yeah, I don't mind the strap deal. That's
definitely
some hillbilly type stuff, huh?
Hey, OSHA's not here, so we don't gotta worry about nothing.
Fucking comment.
Patrick's not too happy about this deal. We got it wrapped around here, double wrapped here, wrapped around the chain, not clipped.
There's about 10
looped around the manifold. Whoa! She's in the air. Let's go, buddy.
10 different ways this can go.
And hopefully none of them involves the engine hitting the ground, right?
Oh, whoa!
All right, let's get this thing in there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I ought to stick one of those O2s in here before we get it. Or,
No, you can get it plain as day.
Alright, what about this one over here?
Man, no,
Where's that one?
it's right there. It's already in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You gotta be careful about that one.
Good?
We are back out here in the garage. It's a new day. The motor's finally in this thing. We had it in and out 8 different times that night. The last clip that you guys are gonna see was like at 4 in the morning. We had to do some frame modifications at the crossover for it to clear the frame. We had to hit our turbo crossover pipe to clear our junction block right here on the opposite side too. But it's in there, it's bolted down. That's going to conclude part 2 of Buick Regal Turbo LS build. If you enjoy what you're watching or want to see different things or different styles of videos, different content on more of how to and me putting it together, I'll see if I can recruit one of my buddies to do a little filming for me, but it's a little difficult to film and put parts on this thing. So I'm doing the best I can. But so far we're just kind of putting this thing together and we'll be on to the next part. This thing will be running really soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.